I'm Loren Chiu. I'm an associate professor at the University of Alberta studying in kinesiology and biomechanics. This is Mariah Walsh. She's a University of Alberta Pandas Volleyball player, and she's going to demonstrate some weight training exercises today. Mariah will demonstrate the back squat exercise. The back squat exercise is good for developing the lower body, the thigh muscles. To do the back squat exercise, you put the bar on the back of your shoulders and then you bend your knees until you go as low as you can. The lower you squat in the exercise, the more you use the thigh muscles and it becomes more effective. Another exercise for lower body is the lunge exercise. The lunge exercise, you have 1 foot forward and that will use the thigh muscles in the front limb, and the other leg is back, which will stretch the muscles in the back limb. Mariah will demonstrate the lunge using a barbell on the back of her shoulders, but you can also do this exercise holding dumbbells in your hands. An exercise for the upper body is the overhead press. The overhead press is performed standing, and then you can start with a barbell on your shoulders, or you can use some dumbbells for this exercise as well. It's important when doing the overhead press to engage your abdominal muscles so that your back doesn't bend forwards or backwards as you're lifting the weight over your head. For more serious lifters, a good exercise that trains the lower body and the back muscles is the deadlift. The deadlift is simply lifting a bar off the ground. It's important when doing the deadlift exercise that you make sure that your back stays straight. You don't want it to bend too much forwards or backwards, otherwise you could risk injuring your back. When performing the deadlift, one of the most important things is to set up properly. When you're getting set up to do the deadlift, you should walk towards the bar, and you should be able to look down and see that the bar is on top of the front of your foot. If you're standing too close to the bar, there'll be a lot of stress on your back, and if you're too far from the bar, then it's going to be hard to lift the weight. So Mara will demonstrate the proper start position. Notice that her shins are allowed to bend forward as she goes and grabs the bar, and that allows her to get her butt low and her shoulders high, and she's going to keep her back at this angle as she lifts the weight up. On the way down, she resumes that same position and keeps the back at about the same angle. Notice that she's not lifting it too fast because she has control of the bar, and that way she's not going to cause some unnecessary stress on the muscles. For more advanced individuals or those with more upper body strength, instead of doing the seated row, you can do a chin-up or pull-up exercise. For the pull-up exercise, you grab the overhead bar and then you lift your body up with your arms so that your chin is above your hands. When doing this exercise, you should make sure that you lower yourself all the way down and lift yourself up as high as you can. An exercise for the back muscles, including the middle back and the upper back going to shoulders, is the seated row. The seated row is done on a cable pulley machine. So you'll be sitting down and can grab the rowing apparatus with the hands, and you'll be pulling the elbows in towards your body.